to make gunpowder efficiently, you're best off dividing it between your workbenches. So we're gonna craft a hell of a lot more workbenches, and we're gonna get a good setup here so that we can make things more efficiently and faster. Greetings guys and girls and fellow gamers, my name is Games4Kicks and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. We survived the horde, we died, we got our backpack back. For the last couple of hours we've been spending time on getting resources together, preparing for this episode. We're gonna be doing a lot of work, but before we get started, let's look at the food again, because one of you guys mentioned blueberry pie. I crafted all the foods now, so this is all the cooked foods, and this is all the, all the smelly foods, and this is all the non-smelly foods. On the non-smelly food side, ignoring all other statistics, just looking at fullness and wellness, you can see actually all of these foods give you, in total, for 100 fullness, 8 wellness. The blueberry pie does, cornbread does, as we already knew, even a jar of honey does, because there's the same stats as the cornbread when we look at wellness and fullness only. The boiled egg even does it, it gives you 400 fullness, 8 wellness. So all the food seems to have been pretty much balanced. On the smelly food side, I'm gonna get into these in a second. On the smelly food side, you have the meat stew, which gives you also 8 wellness over 100 fullness. Then you have the boiled meat, also the same, the grilled meat the same, and the charred meat the same. The only question becomes now, for you as you adventure through your through your world, is what is handy for you to carry? Non-smelly food or smelly food? Non-smelly food, great, but what is the easiest one to make? Boiled eggs is resources you can't really craft, you only can find them, so you might want to keep them actually for later on when you do blueberry pie. This is all for you to work out. Charred meat is the easiest to make, it doesn't require a grill or cooking pot. Meanwhile, this requires water, meanwhile this requires a grill, and this requires water as well as a cooking pot. And these require multiple ingredients, so it's up to you how you kind of prefer to play and what resources you find the most. I mean, sometimes I start a game and in the first 20 minutes I find like nearly 30 eggs because I find one nest after the next. So it really depends how the flow of your game goes. But endgame wise, yeah, sure, blueberry pie, grow all your own resources, meat stew, everything you need for that except meat you grow yourself. It's self-explanatory. Now, on the non-smelly side, you also have corn on the cob and potato. Potato doesn't give you any wellness at all. It's great fullness food in the beginning, though, even though you need a grill. So if you find a grill, absolutely bake potatoes straight away, because they grow in the world now. You just pick them up, make grilled food. You have perfectly non-smelly fullness for to a great extent. Now, corn on the cob gives you only 0.08, which means it gives you about 2.4, 2.6, something like that, over 100 fullness. So sorry, I might be a bit off on the maths there, but it gives you very little wellness, so it's not really as good either. But it gives you some stamina, which means it has its other impacts. Again, in the interest of the other statistics, it's up to you what you prefer, okay, and what you need. If you find you're always running out of stamina and you need and you're always hungry, yeah, sure, corn on the cob is great, yeah. But there's other things as well, like obviously that are better, but in the end of the day, it's up to you. Vegetable stew is the only food that is a bit odd for me, because vegetable stew is something that you need also mushrooms for. If you look at the recipe, it requires mushrooms, yeah, so I actually had that open. So if you look at the stew, vegetable stew, you can see that it requires mushrooms, which is a very rare thing to find. You have to find it in caves, so there is a limited amount. You don't have an unlimited amount for it, you can't grow it yourself, at least not yet. I think they might add that to Alpha 15, but I could have misunderstood, like Madmol in one of his videos. I think they added, I'm not really sure. But in Valmod, in Modded, you always have that. You can grow that yourself. So mushrooms, you would think that you get better stats from vegetable stew than meat stew in a way, because it requires resources which are even harder to come by than meat, because I don't think mushrooms respawn. I think animals respawn, but mushrooms don't. Anyway, that's besides the point. I just thought it was a little bit disappointing to see vegetable stew to be that bad that it only gives you 0.1 wellness over 7 fullness, which means 1 wellness point over 70 fullness, which is really bad. I mean, vegetables are good for you, so I think it should give you a hell of a lot more wellness. Maybe not as much as meats do, but that's all questionable, whatever, I don't really care. But it should give you more from a gaming perspective, seeing that it uses harder to come by resources than meats do, which I think. Anyway, so at least they should be the same probably, but that's just something that I was surprised about when I looked at all the foods. Anyway, you can leave your feedback in the comments below what you think or why you think vegetable stew is so shit, because 6 hellness, yeah sure, meat stew does that as well, and I have an easier time finding meat than mushrooms, to be honest. Anyway, so I wanted to cover that quickly because more feedback came in and I looked at all the foods now. I'm sure I got something wrong, but you can let me know in the comments below. So, what are we going to do in the episode today? There's one more thing I want to show you guys, which we're going to do upstairs, but what we'll do first is we're going to upgrade down here our craft something here. We're gonna upgrade our base a little bit down here. The ceiling, I already dug out some of the ceiling parts. I want to finish the ceiling here and over here. And I'm not going to finish the tunnel today, so I just want to finish the ceiling, clean up all the wood frames, get this room really nice and solid looking, and then we're going to start digging down. But that's just in long term in general, not necessarily today. The next thing is we're going to go upstairs and I show you something more that is based on your comments and your feedback on regarding burn time and blocks. And then we're going to restructure the inside of this building here because we need to go hunting for more animal hides and we need to make some more forges. So we need to make another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forges because I noticed in the last horde that my ability to make gunpowder, explosion balls, ammunition was very shitty slow. Mainly because I left it to the last minute, but I want to have an environment down here where I can actually queue things up and craft things and get everything in order to make tons and tons of gunpowder as well. Because gunpowder was the worst thing. I mean, I didn't realize explosive balls actually needed 50. Okay, I can't even spell it. Yeah, there we go. Exploding crossbow balls. They take 25 gunpowder. That is a hell of a lot. So to make gunpowder efficiently, you're best off dividing it between your workbenches. So we're gonna craft a hell of a lot more workbenches, and we're gonna get a good setup here so that we can make things more efficiently and faster. And that's the plan. So let's get started. Okay guys, before we get into the next thing that I wanted to go over from the comments, I just forgot one thing to mention. Like, one of the guys gave a great tip. When you actually can make charred meat very early in the beginning of the game, yeah? Because you don't need anything for it, you just need meat. So when you find meat, or you can make even grilled meat when you have a grill, basically it's the easiest meat to cook. You also notice they do -5 hydration. Now if you have pills, obviously you can do the same, but painkillers are obviously harder to come by, yeah? So if you happen to be 100% full with drink, what you can do, of course, is, and I know it's obvious, but I just want to go over it, you can eat your meat, and that gives you minus hydration, and then you can drink again, which gives you the extra wellness plus drinks. It gives you an extra 0.2 wellness, and seeing that these guys give you 8 wellness overall, you could theoretically eat 10 of those plus 10 drinks, and that gives you an extra 2 wellness. So you can reach plus 10 wellness mixing minus hydration food with drink. Over 100 fullness, theoretically. Which is great. So, I mean, I know it's obvious, but a lot of times I overlook this as well. So I just thought I'm going to cover that because it's a great tip. Now let me just eat all my other food so I don't have anything smelly on me. Okay guys, let me just go over the forge now, yeah? So basically the gist of it is that I use always wood, and then I put in a stack of wood or whatever, walk off and burn this, yeah? And somebody says, hey, you know, a stack of wood only gives you 166 minutes. If you want to prolong the minutes per stack, why don't you craft wood blocks out of it? And I said, okay, each wood block takes 20 wood. And the first thing when I did that was like, I was thinking like, hang on a second, 20 wood give me 320 minutes. But when I craft a log cabin wood block out of it, I get only 240, but then the win basically comes in that you can stack these up, I think to 500, maybe 1,000, I'm not sure, but say 500. 50 block give you 133 minutes. Because basically putting a block down, it's the equivalent to 15 of those approximately. Or 16, there you go. So 16 wood is the equivalent burn time to 1 cabin wood. Yeah, so basically stacking one block is like stacking 16. You can only stack 1,000 of these, so which basically means you can stack 500 of those, you get 1,300 minutes out of that. So it's a lot more burn time. Now the reason I'm not going to use this is because I actually thought, hang on a second, that means if I craft something or burn something and it's gone, I waste potentially hundreds of minutes of fuel if I forget to go back to my forge. Because the idea of this conversion was that somebody says, hey, it's less maintenance, it burns longer. And you're absolutely right, absolutely. But I don't like wasting fuel too much, even though I do in the couple of episodes before I wasted. But then I said, you know what, I timed this. So I timed how long it takes to process 10 iron, because this is my steel forge. I only need iron and clay in it. I process iron and 10 clay, and that takes, in average, timing it a few times, about 50 seconds. Yeah, this is the maximum I got was 50 seconds. The minimum was 43 seconds. So to process full stacks of this, it takes approximately 83.3 minutes. So if we put in 85 minutes of fuel, we should be able to process a full stack as well as craft at the same time while this is cooking. Yeah, but that also means if I walk off and come back, I don't have any wasted fuel, or very little, because I only wasted 2 minutes of fuel. So what I found out is that 85 minutes is this. Which means I will never, if I start with this, I will never have wasted fuel. Ever. Because, well, except for the 2 minutes, which is minor, it's like 16 of those wood or 10 of those wood, so never mind that. Yeah, so there you go. That's the only reason why I'm not using it, because after you said the comment, after you guys said the comment, I actually thought, oh, this is a great idea, and then I thought, hang on, I don't actually need that much burn time. But I'm gonna keep these for downstairs because they're really handy actually to just put in if you need a few minutes really quickly to stack up. I still think it's a good idea. Anyway, I just wanted to go over that. I know there's a lot of waffle in this episode today, but I just wanted to cover a lot of these things because they weren't clear to me either, and I went over them myself and thought, oh yeah, actually it's a good idea to do that, and that's the reason why I'm doing the way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna kick this off. I'm gonna be going, I'm gonna leave this burn knowing that when I come back and this is all burnt and gone, I didn't waste too much fuel. So let's go downstairs and let's start working on our base. Okay guys, sorry if it feels like I'm rushing. I'm actually late recording this episode. It's Sunday morning, well actually Sunday afternoon, and this episode has to go out in 4 hours, something like that. So yeah, I'm apologizing if it feels like I'm rushing. I'm not doing that intentionally, but I felt it was important to go over the food thing and over the burn time, because a lot of people ask these questions as well, and I love getting these tips from you guys because it makes me then start questioning myself if I'm doing everything to the best of my preference. I'm gonna be careful how I phrase that, because I keep getting, every now and then I keep getting a little bit of hate where somebody says, Jesus, what you're doing is like stupid, what you're doing is slow, it's like so stupid and inefficient, and it's like, yeah, but it works for me. So doing the burning the way I do it works best for me. However, absolutely, if you just want pure burn time and you don't give a shit about waste and you know you're gonna come back before it's all burned, absolutely, you know, then the carbon woods are best to use, and now I'm doing nonsense like that. So, yeah, so I'm gonna be careful how I phrase that, you know, it's the best, it works the best for me. So now we're gonna take this guy off here as well if we can. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. And we're going to finish the roof because that bothered me. Every time I walked into this place, I looked at the roof and going like, balls, when am I ever gonna finish this, you know? And I said, you know what? The Horde Night was just now. We probably get Alpha 15 before the next Horde. The next Horde is probably gonna be a 7-day Horde because that's what people reported before. They said after day 49, all you get is a shitty little Horde. And there were, before, I think then the hordes are kind of crap until day 70 something. I think, I'm not sure if I heard that from Cage at the time or someone else that was saying, oh yes, my hordes returned back to normal on days 70 something. So, yeah, so I thought now is the time to finish some of those little jobs. Now let's just, oh, look at that. We had only one short, so I have to craft some more. Excellent. So this looks much better now because I really didn't like the idea of having this constantly like that. So, and I wanted to take the wood frames out as well because it makes the base look a lot nicer not having all that stuff. Anyway. Okay, so I just came from upstairs to get the rest of my flagstone because I was just about to make new one and I said, hang on a second. I have about 1 million upstairs. So yeah, from when we're working on the sniper tower. So what I want to do here now is I want to close this off. And I'll tell you now in a second why. So I want to close it off completely, like this. I think for now. We might put windows there, but I'm not sure. Now I want to also close it off here. So this is basically now my kitchen area. We might actually just close this off here as well, just to make it proper. Do we want... I'm not sure. Yeah, let me just... Okay, let me do that. And then let me just move the iron bars over, basically. There we go. Oh, actually, yeah, we can make them all iron bars. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have destroyed them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Besides the point. So let's just go make some iron bars in here wherever we have iron. So if we make some bars here, let's craft another 50. We always need extra bars. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to leave this as kind of the entrance to get in here. And now the kitchen looks a bit more cramped, but you still can have a nice view to the wall, I suppose. And a chill area. We can actually move this now. Oh yeah, actually that's a good idea. That's a great idea. So we should do that. Can we pick up the couch? Oh no, we can't pick up the couch. Okay, we have to make a new couch and then move it onto this side so we can look out the window. That's much better. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's go and make some more workbenches. That's why I have all that other crap on me, like the springs and everything. Because we want to make 1, 2, 3 more workbenches. So if we just do 3 workbenches, so we craft them while we continue working. Then the next thing I want to do is I also want to close this off a little bit, and I want to start making more room here. And that is because we need more forges. So I don't want them directly above each other, but I think it would be nice to make them on top purely because of space, of course. There we go. Nice. And then, yeah, we can, on top of that, we can make it look the same as this here, of course. So let's get... Oh! Ah! There was no... Yeah, look. Now, you just put one of those in, and everything works hunky-dory. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. Okay, so, the next thing I want to do is I want to make some more room for... I want to close this off a little bit so we can put more cement mixers down here. And this area will stay open, but I think I'm going to completely close this off here. So, again, we can change this as we go along. I could have extended the rooms out, but I really didn't want to do that. So I think I'm going to leave this open, actually. It looks much nicer open like that. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. So we might actually do the same over here when we finish with the blocks. I know it's a bit of a waste of resources, but hey-ho. It's how the cookie crumbles, so let's do that. And let's get these guys out and fix that up. I don't know which... Did I place them like that? Yeah, excellent. Because they're not exactly center as far as I know, so if you place them from the other side like that, they don't line up exactly. See that? They don't line up exactly, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna destroy these guys here, probably only these two, and then this 1, 2. Actually, is there more wall here? Yeah, we can make that. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's put the workbenches down. 1 is only crafted so far, but 1 is gonna go here, and the other 2 are gonna go here and here. And the reason I have so many workbenches is basically gunpowder mass production. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a big resource grind to get a lot of a lump of coal. If you haven't known already, the best lump of coal you get is everywhere basically in the grassy biome. You just drive around and you keep finding these patches of coal, and each time you hit it, it gives you 40 coal, and there's, I think, between 5 and 10 little mountains always lumped together, so you can get nearly between 2 you can get definitely 1,000 coal, or at least 800 to 900. So it's a very good resource. So we're gonna be doing that, and then we're gonna be queuing up tons of those. I'm gonna put a stack of each of those with coal into all the workbenches, because that makes me the most gunpowder, and then we can make loads of explosion balls and all that other jazz that needs loads of gunpowder, like the slugs. The slugs, holy balls, they also need a lot of gunpowder. They need 11 gunpowder. It's a lot. So gunpowder is gonna be our #1 resource over the next couple of episodes that I'm gonna have to, between episodes, queue up. So anyway, I'm gonna wait for this to finish crafting, and I'm gonna do the ceiling finish as well. Might as well, while we wait. So we're in the middle of restructuring our forge room, and I don't want to destroy any of the forges. So, well, this is tricky. So let's go in here and... yeah, let's take that out. We're gonna have to crouch for this, like, so otherwise this is not gonna work. So we're gonna go down here, and this is basically the outer wall. So let's put stone in there actually again, because that should be okay. And then down here, I think we only need 1. So let me just, yeah, I think we need 2. Yes. Okay, so we have 2 here, because it's very tricky not to destroy the forges, because we have so much work to do to upgrade all this. So I want to go here. We gotta go behind as well because this has to be looking good. There we go. Nice. Excellent. So now when we do this, we should have a lovely background. Now, yeah, some of you actually like the stone background, but I wanted to upgrade this, and I wanted to upgrade this, making it look like the flagstone, because I really like the way the flagstone looks. There we go. Awesome. Nice. I think we upgraded it without breaking a forge, which is actually pretty impressive, because usually I mess up something all the time. Okay. Excellent. Look at that. Nice. And now we can finish the ceiling as well while we're there. And now we hopefully have a very good production line down here going. So let's pick all that up. And all we need now, I made a couple of half slabs. And they should be going... yeah, balls. I clicked too many times. There we go. No, they should be on top. Here. Excellent. And then we can put the forges here. Excellent. And then we're gonna put these guys in front, like we did with the other ones. That is gonna... I think this is okay. Yeah, we're gonna put all the forges in here. And once we have 5 forges here, we're going to be dumping stone into all of them. We make a really big cement thing. And we're gonna put more cement mixers here as well. And we might destroy this one, and we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. We're gonna leave this one here and put another couple beside it, because cement mixers are great for making sand. Because I'm gonna get a lot of stone from mining around here. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a lot of waffle in here and a lot of things that are usually a bit more boring. But look at this, it's already paying off. 200 concrete mix, divide 1,000 concrete mix. I used some of that to make the half slabs between multiple workbenches, and it took absolutely no time to do it. And why do I have flagstone in there? I made more flagstone. Oh, of course, yeah, I made more flagstone, divided that early on as well. So I didn't need to go upstairs. Anyway, this is taking shape. This is my little crafting hub, and we're gonna be making loads of ammunition and loads of gunpowder for sure. And I'm gonna have some fun with exploding explosion balls and all that jazz. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, remember to kick that like button in the balls. And I hope I see you guys in another episode. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, Viel Spaß and happy gaming. Just put the final touches here. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Very nice. Beautiful little base coming together nicely. Lovely. And we have our own little ammunition room now. This is gonna be going well. Good feeling about that. Oh yeah. Exploding explosion balls coming your way.